Hello, everyone. Ana Rosa, hello. Good to see you
Hi.
again. Teachers, colleagues, friends of Be and Live. Um, Last week, Ana Rosa started to talk to us about mindfulness. So this is part two of our interview with Ana Rosa. We're very lucky to have such an expert working with us in Be and Live. And so today, Ana Rosa is going to focus on those 5 social emotional skills that we think are so important in the Be Mindful program. And you will explain how each one works or what we do in each one and how it all connects to mindfulness and, of course, to language acquisition. We want to make sure that all of you, dear teachers, really understand that the mindfulness is super important for oneself, but it's also an extraordinary tool for helping English acquisition in your classroom. Ana Rosa.
Okay, so during the last video, I was talking about mindfulness being a tool for us, and the first scenario is it's a tool for to help students acquire or develop these 5 social emotional skills. I'm going to start with self-awareness. This is a journey that starts from within to the outside, I like to say, because we have self-awareness in which students are going to explore themselves, and they are going to connect with the emotions that they're having in a particular time, and also find out things about their personality. We also have self-sufficiency, in which they now accept who they are, and they realize that what they feel is okay, and they are entitled to feel however they may be feeling. We have self-control, in which they develop strategies to respond in a specific way to difficult situations. We also have empathy, and this is very important to me because it's where it's transitioning of being skills developed for yourself and to understand yourself, to actually connect to the other person or to others into the world.
And that's so, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
yes,
it's also important, that empathy, because it creates an environment where it's easier for kids to communicate, especially in a language that's not theirs. And so, and especially in classrooms that have so many levels of English, of children who speak better and who are more fluent or are better able to communicate than others. And so empathy is extremely important, and it's a wonderful tool. Aside from inner development, it also makes the classroom flow better, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. It is where they can discover that if they feel a certain way when someone says something to them, something mean, or something happens to them and they feel sad, maybe the same can happen to the other person. And this is where they can connect. If they can connect with themselves first, then they can connect with the other person. And this is very important. And then we go to develop prosocial behavior, in which they now not only connect to others, but can actually act and plan and do things and get organized to create plans to help the environment or to help a social cause. And how it is linked to language, it's very special, because usually we're not used to talking about our emotions in any language, not in our mother tongue or our first language. And so we are providing students of vocabulary and lexical chunks that they can now use to express themselves, which is really important, because they don't have it usually. They don't have it in a second language, and they don't have it in a first language. So we are creating this environment in which they can use the language to express themselves.
And it also, I'm sorry, it also must create, and in your experience, it does create a more comfortable classroom, a classroom where where the kids aren't afraid to make mistakes and to express themselves, and people don't make fun, and it reduces that kind of unpleasant feeling that sometimes happens in English classrooms. And that's perhaps one of the things that I'd like you to talk about in the third video, where I'd like you to perhaps share with us your experience as an English teacher and give us maybe some glimpses into your classroom and what happened when you started using mindfulness, and how also those 5 socio-emotional skills, plus of course our Be Mindful journal, where kids will be doing something, will be very helpful for them. And also we must tell our dear teachers and colleagues that are watching and listening to this, is that you will be then modeling Be Mindful practice, kind of to show them that it's doable and that it works. So again, thank you, Ana Rosa.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to listen to you, and goodbye until next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.